Have you ever gone on social media and noticed a weird ad about something that you were talking about earlier that day? Or have you noticed that everyone on social media seems to be living their best lives and wondered, are they really living their best life in real life? Hello, I'm Kara and you're watching my channel, Kara C. Starting today, I'm going to be quitting social media for 30 days. But first, let's discuss why. 3 billion people use social media every day. But despite its continual rise in usage, researchers have found links between anxiety and depression and social media use. Just like drugs or alcohol, sites like Instagram and Facebook can be very addictive. And they can also lower self-esteem. FOMO, the feeling of missing out, it thrives through social media. There are a slew of other issues, from cybercrime to bullying, and I've just decided to take a break from it all. This social media detox has been creeping up on me for a while now. First of all, social media is creepy. It knows too much about me. A few months back, I watched this interesting documentary called The Great Hack on Netflix. It's about how this company called Cambridge Analytica used Facebook to influence the outcome of multiple elections throughout the world, including the 2016 election here in the US. And yes, Dad, it's real and not just a leftist conspiracy. It just made me start to question the ethics behind social media marketing. Most social media networks have dozens of data points on every user, and advertisers can ultra pinpoint exactly who they want to target. Which, on the one hand, it's good for advertisers. They're putting their ads exactly in front of who they want them to be in front of. It's good for consumers, I think, usually, because you're seeing ads that are more likely to appeal to you. I just don't think we really fully understand the repercussions of this kind of advertising, and I just feel very conflicted about it. I've been having this overall buildup of whether or not social media is good or bad or both, and it actually kind of came to this realization recently. I found out a couple weeks ago that a childhood friend of mine took her own life. It was devastating news to hear. She's someone that I wasn't really close with recently, probably in the last 10 plus years, but I've been Facebook friends with her for at least 10 years now, and she just seemed like she was living her best life. She had a great job, a really cool job. She seemed to travel the world, and she truly seemed like she was having fun and a good life. Social media can just be so deceiving. I mean, even what I put out on social media is not necessarily congruent with what my daily life is like. And that's probably true for a lot of us. I guess I've just gotten so accustomed to being on social media all the time that I just want to take a step back and just evaluate how it really affects me. Starting today, I'm going to be deleting all my apps, except for YouTube. I think I still learn a lot from YouTube. I use it regularly, I upload to it. I'm gonna avoid comments because that's really the more social aspect in my opinion. I'm really excited about this challenge, but I'm also pretty nervous because I know that I've become pretty dependent on social media on a regular basis. Okay, here goes. I am deleting all of my apps right now. Facebook. Uninstall. It's been like 2 hours and already I'm struggling. It's just such a habit. I'm just sitting, watching TV, and then I just reach over for my phone to pull up, you know, Facebook or something, and oh yeah, it's not there. I deleted it. It's kind of crazy how much I just pick up my phone and start doing things on social media without even really even thinking about it. You know, I'm feeling pretty good today. I don't really miss it, but I do just keep trying to go back to social media out of habit. It's just like boredom. It's a boredom thing. Like, oh, what I'm watching is not that interesting right now. Let me just pull out my phone and see what's on Twitter or, you know, whatever. And not having those apps to just do that makes me so much more aware of how much I was trying to do it, just because I keep pulling out my phone and like, oh yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
What you doing over there?
Oh, damn it. I've had a few mishaps here and there. Ah, dang it. I'm going through YouTube comments. And I think they've mostly been out of just like habit and trying to break that habit. But there's something very vain about my obsession specifically with the YouTube comments that we get on our channel. Like, I'm just so interested in what people have to say about the content that we make and we put out, and I don't know. That part feels the most vain aspect of like the whole social media thing. I have had a really good run the last like 7+ days, I think. I haven't had any mishaps. I am doing pretty well. However, I actually really miss social media. At least I miss seeing my friends and seeing like what my friends and family are up to, like seeing cute photos of their kids and things like that. 15 years ago, I would have talked to my friends on the phone all the time. Hours spent on the phone. Now, in 2020, the really only connection I have to most of my friends is through sites like Facebook. It's really like how I keep tabs. Sometimes we'll occasionally text each other, but I'm realizing like how disconnected I really am from most of the people that I know, just because I see what's going on with them through Facebook and I'm like, all right, I'll like that. And that's really not an interaction at all, you know? Today I have spent the entire day working on videos, editing, creating, scripting. That was one of the more productive days I've had in a very long time. It's kind of amazing how much more I got done when I wasn't distracted by the internet. The other thing I noticed is that a couple days ago we were at Disney World. I just haven't really been on my phone as much overall, and so I feel like you kind of start to notice how much other people are on their phone all the time. For example, you go on the new ride that just opened at Galaxy's Edge, the Rise of the Resistance, the Star Wars ride. It seems like there's probably 30% of the people going on it are recording it or taking pictures as they're on it. Like, what percentage of your life is you taking a photo or video of something to show the rest of the internet, like, look what I did, instead of just like taking it in and enjoying it for yourself, you know? I am guilty of that too, though. I mean, hello, I have a YouTube channel where I put videos on the internet about my fun at Disney and other adventures. I just now am more aware of that. Being aware makes me think, like, what percentage of my time do I want to spend taking pictures and video for the internet, and what percentage of my time do I actually just want to like take this in and enjoy it? That's a question I'm still trying to answer. I don't know what that means for me in the long run, but I think being aware of it is a pretty big key to figuring that out. I launched this channel yesterday and I can't stop looking at the comments and the stats and why? Why am I so obsessed with YouTube comments? What is wrong with me? I'm starting to develop this irrational fear that my lack of being on social media and just not seeing like my friends and family posting things regularly, like, are they okay? I haven't heard from them in a while. But it's just because I haven't seen them on Facebook lately. You know, nothing that just texting someone I couldn't find out that they're okay, but it is this weird like panic that comes over me, like, oh, I haven't seen anything from my mom lately, and it's like, oh, it's because I'm not on Facebook. That's a weird sensation.
So it's the last day. You excited to be able to use the social medias again soon?
Kind of. I'm feeling pretty indifferent about it at this point. Like, there are things about it I'm looking forward to seeing again, but for the most part, I don't know that I'm gonna use it that much anymore. Maybe. We'll see. Not only am I done, but I've actually been done for a couple weeks. And so far it's going really well. I have not downloaded my social media apps again. And if I do pull up social media, I'll pull it up in like my web browser. So I check Facebook maybe like once every couple days. And I don't really use Twitter or Instagram that much or anything else. I'm feeling really in control about the social media usage that I have since doing this detox. This break has given me a great disconnection of not worrying about what other people are doing. FOMO for me has been the most negative aspect of social media, and not having to deal with that has probably been the best part of my break. You can't experience FOMO about something you don't even know about. I just really enjoy the occasional check-in on, you know, how the people I know and love are doing. I think the bottom line is that we don't really know the full effects of social media on ourselves as individuals and as a culture. I challenge you to take a break from social media and spend less time worrying about what's going on the internet and more time worrying about what's going on around you. Do what makes you happy. What makes you actually happy though. Not your friends, not your family, not your followers, not your subscribers, not whatever idea you have that you think people will want to see on your social media, but do what makes you happy and do it for you. And please, if you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here. And strive valiantly, my friends.